Caruana from the 2018 World Championship match, 6-6 in regulation before rapid tiebreaks, and Alireza Firouzja, who now has the black pieces in this game, but he took down Magnus twice in the Chess.com Classic. So here we go. We're out of the gates. David, Fabiano, he plays a bit of everything. I actually think that he has completely overhauled his repertoire in recent months, especially, but I don't think I've ever seen him play this from the white side before.
No, I haven't either, Robert. He tends to be more classical, especially with white. With black, he's been freestyling a bit more, taking risks, trying to provoke the opponent. But with white, it was very much all about main lines until the last couple of years for Fabiano. E4, D4, very direct, very principled, and he knew his stuff inside out till move 30 and beyond. Here, it's, it's the type of chess that I play. You start freestyling on move 2 or 3. You just hope that you freestyle better than your opponent. But, okay, early offer of a queen trade. I've got to say, this idea of provoking the white knight forward, black has lost a tempo in the process with his bishop, but the idea makes a lot of sense while you have the option of playing moves like f6 and e5. You do gain a bit of time in the process. We'll see the queens leave the board now, most likely. But yeah, whose position do you prefer? Or at least, who do you think's the happier of the two at this early stage?
David, bring up the analysis board for a second, because I was just wondering what happens if queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, and bishop e4, just a way to hit the rook on h1 and the pawn d5. But check this out. Pawn takes c6, bishop takes h1, and I think there's rook takes a7. I hope that works, but that's what I think white relies on, distracting the black rook, sacrificing both rooks in consecutive moves, and then once the rook is captured, pawn to c7, and you can't stop promotion. And Dave, this really was a process of elimination for me, because I didn't quite understand what white was going for and why the evaluation bar would say white would ever be better after bishop e4. But now I get it.
Robert, you're a GM for a reason. That is incredible. This tactic actually does pop up in a few different variations. I think in one line of the London system as well, where you can get away with this tactic, but it's so rare. Just quick action replay for everyone at home. You've just sacrificed a rook, and like you say, Robert, you give the other rook away for free. The reason being that you can't push now. The black knight will simply move, and the black rook covers. So yeah, deflection, distraction, and you win the game. Rook takes a7. If we see that, which I believe is still possible, then we'll be showering the board with gold coins, that's for sure. That would be a real turn up for the books. But, okay. Oh my god, he's played it! Bishop e4.
Well, David, I mean, at first glance, if you have to play f3 or something, bishop takes d5, that looks good for black. I mean, it doesn't look bad, I should say, for black, because the b3 pawn is a target. But d takes c6, that is possible here, and it's because of this rook takes a7 idea.
Yeah, and he's paused. Fabiano, he can go up a pawn simply after taking on c6. I guess black will have to take with the knight, just damage limitation, but he's done it. Oh, Firouzja, double exclamation point. He's giving up a rook. Firouzja needs to smell a rat and take this pawn back, but after f3 will be left a pawn down for nothing. Fabi.
And sorry, go ahead, David. I just can't get over what just happened. And for Firouzja, as you said, I think he knows now that Fabiano isn't just blundering a rook in the corner. There's no more bluffs.
No more bluffs. And credit to his poker face, Robert. Just looking at the camera, Firouzja hasn't reacted. If I had just fallen victim to this trick, this devilish trap, then I would be sitting there, head in hands, just hating myself, hating life, just telling myself I need to study openings. He's lost a pawn for free after 7 moves. And he's walked into a potential brilliancy, but he needs to recompose himself. Just take this pawn back. Oh, I kind of want to see bishop takes h1, though. Just that would go down in all the chess books forever for history.
Oh my god! What?
He didn't see it. Oh my god, it's on the board.
There's no way.
Wow. This is once in a lifetime stuff. Fabiano on the camera, Robert, smiling. He knows he's... Wow. This is immortality stuff.
Yeah, this is going down in the best games book, beating Alireza Firouzja in essentially 9 moves of chess, 2 brilliancies in a row. And David, I was actually going to ask you, when Fabiano paused on move 6 to take that pawn on d5, he spent about 30 seconds. I was wondering if he was just leading Alireza to believe that he didn't know the opening, because clearly Fabiano knows what's up. That he took on d5, he took on c6, and sacked the rook, the second rook, on a7. So this is just mesmerizing stuff.
Yeah, the top chess players in the world, they are a bit sneaky. They do these things. I've done that plenty of times, Robert. Spent 5-10 minutes pretending to think and just to lure my opponent forward along a variation to lull them into that false sense of security. And Firouzja, I'm just amazed he took on h1. Surely after white gives you a rook for free, you pause, you think, you kind of mistrust your opponent. But yeah, this happens, and 9 moves he can resign. I mean, the problem for black is it's just checkmate. The black king is actually trapped on the back rank, whether you allow your rook on a8 to fall or whether you allow the pawn to push forward. And Firouzja's going to resign after 9 moves. There we go.
Game over.
It's over.